Well, back here is the Perennial Herb Bed, and I have I use it for perennial herbs. This here is a bay leaf tree, and then around there, behind there, you can start to see some chives. There's some sage and some parsley and some oregano and different things like that. I tried to use this as kind of the end-all be-all herb bed one year, and we get good sun, but not the full sun that we get in the north, kind of the north, what I call the north garden, which is where all of our annual vegetables and stuff are. So I save kind of the annual herbs like basil and things like that that enjoy more sun. I save that for, I just put it in the north garden with the rest of the kitchen garden items, and then I am growing more of the perennial type stuff, some rosemary and things like that in here. And today I've got some more things to plant. Not necessarily perennial, actually. Two of them are. So I like to grow my plants from seed, but whenever we go to a garden nursery, my wife picks out kind of what she likes and then tells me to plant it. So this is a French culinary thyme, and I'm going to be planting that back here in the herb garden. And this is another thyme called lime thyme, used as a ground cover, I guess. Smells good. This is not a perennial. This is cilantro, which I've had trouble growing from seed, so I welcome being able to plant this out. And cilantro tends to like cooler weather anyway, so and not so much direct sun all the time. So I think that that'll be fine to plant in this particular bed. So that's what I'm up to here. Well, my biggest harvest so far this season. I've got some. I've got a lot of bok choy. I've got some chard. I've got some spinach. I've got lettuce. I've got a little bit of beets, and I've got a lot of radishes. So most diversity of my harvest so far. So yeah, I'll get to processing all that. It's rainy after 80 degrees last weekend. This weekend it's 50s. It's in the 50s and it's rainy, and I'm in the greenhouse trying to create room. I'm out of room here. These large pots that you see here, these large pots is what I'm going to be planting my melons in, because usually it's hard for me to get enough heat to really grow melons here in Portland, and so I do it in the greenhouse. And I was successful last year with it, so I'm gonna double down and do it again here. But the problem, yeah, I'll call it a problem. The problem is that I've got all these start trays on top of my pots, and nowhere specifically to put them. So I'm frantically rearranging things so I can make room there, so I can get my melon seeds into these pots now, so I'll have melons before the end of the season, which means I get melons like late September, early October, which is totally not what you are thinking about when you think about growing melons over the summer. All right, see you guys. Hello, I've got a quick update here on something I had in a prior video, which was I was planting my old saved marigold seeds from last year, French marigold seeds, and I was questioning whether I would get good germination or not. They've germinated here, so I'll show you. It looks like I've got at least 80, maybe 90% germination, so not bad at all. Well, it is the end of a long and good gardening day, but I am also frustrated. The rabbit is back, and I'm not even giving it a name this time. I don't think it's the same one that I was watching grow up last year. Last year was cute because it wasn't really eating anything, at least nothing that I could see. And the first time that I saw it in our garden area, or in our garden, not even the area, in the garden, the first time I saw it was like September-ish, October-ish. But this year I've seen it running across part of the garden. I've seen it over in the neighbor's yard. There's more than one around here, but I think it only takes one to do the damage that's been done. It's chomping off the tops of my cabbage starts. It's chomping off the tops of some of my kale starts. It's funny that it somehow chooses the most, the kale that I like the most, and leaves the other kale. It'll take the dino kale tops off and leave the Russian kale, for example. But in any case, yeah, it's frustrating. Just because I don't like the look of having to put like cages or nets or things over the garden. But I guess I might resort to doing that. That sounds like a lot of extra work, and at this point I'd be behind on some of those starts. I might have to get more starts from a nursery or something if I wanted to grow more of that stuff in volume, and also then put nets over it to keep the rabbit or rabbits away. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that maybe I'm trying to interplant some of that stuff in and around other things, and see if that kind of distracts it or prevents it. I also think there's a lot of predators around here. There's coyotes and other things, so I'm hoping that maybe, I know it's sad to say that I'm hoping that something gets the rabbit. I don't want to be the one that gets it, but I'm hoping that it gets at least maybe scared away by some of the predators in the neighborhood as well. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm hanging out in the middle garden for a moment of zen in this time of rabbit frustration. I'll see you all later. Bye.